It's almost WrestleMania weekend and we just got another update. This is patch 1.08. We got some goodies to unpack here, so let's get right to it. We are on the road to 20,000 subscribers, but before then we gotta hit 16, 17, 18, 19, you know the deal. So if you haven't hit the sub button, be sure to join us so you could watch some LWF content as well as these awesome updates. Believe it or not, the size of the update depends on the console you're on. So if you're over on PlayStation, it is 2.7 gigabytes. If you're over on Xbox, it is 4.9 gigs. So get to downloading right now so you could get your hands on this patch, which fixes a good amount of things. It's actually fixing things that got messed up with the last patch and a few other items as well. First up, we got stability and performance improvements. That pretty much sums up a whole lot of nothing. Every single video game update has these, and there's not much else to say about that. For online, they finally fixed the entrance music, which was ruined with the last patch. It's like you fix one thing and break another. I was left wondering when people were asking me, yo Lex, what do I do? The music is not playing when my superstar comes out. And I'm like, yo, I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing. I take off entrances for online matches. I get a little superstitious. So by taking off the entrance stuff, I go straight into the action and I'm not worried if the match is going to collapse. I know we should be able to enjoy this feature, but considering how bad the servers have always been, I just don't want to waste time spending like multiple entrances, and then when the match starts, we get disconnected. It was all for nothing. I am glad that the entrance music and dialogue has been patched up for those that enjoy those entrances. Now, another bug for online matches, it was for the Royal Rumble. The incorrect number was being displayed and that has now been addressed. So this is one that I haven't really encountered too much unless I do something specifically in the match to cause for it to collapse. Players encountering game errors after having consecutive matches online. That is no longer a problem. The next thing they gotta fix is the ladders. When you pull the ladder to do a bridge, for whatever reason, it makes the match fall apart. Ooh. Oh, the bridge. We experienced that in LWF and I was extremely disappointed because I was not aware of it till recently. If you guys didn't watch my last patch update, patch 1.07 added so much to universe mode. It is a must play mode now, and with this patch they got to fixing a couple other things that needed to get tweaked. So there was a little bug that had empty match cards being generated. Now that's no longer an issue as it's been addressed. Announced cash-ins being usable even after already cashing it in has been fixed. Momentum tracker not tracking properly is no longer an issue. Some superstars were appearing invisible during rivalry actions. Thank goodness that they fixed that. That was during the cutscenes, one of the most crucial things. Come on, 2K. How was that even a problem? Superstars not being movable in tag team division ranks while you're editing it is no longer a problem. And speaking of not being able to move around, I've had some matches online where we have weapons in the corner. Towards that corner, you get stuck and there's nothing you can do about it.
Settling on the kendo stick. No good can come from this.
Oh, well, we just found our first glitch. This movable situation in universe mode has nothing to do with that. This was more like a menu issue that was resolved, but the one online is crippling, man. So that is all for universe mode. Now let's head into the creation suite. So these are some issues that they've addressed, like more parts than allowed being usable, locked attire parts not displaying their proper thumbnail, randomized part colors persisting after reverting the changes, incorrect motions being assigned, logo positions resetting and create an arena. For gameplay, we saw DIY Titatron movies not playing correctly. Now that has been resolved, as well as match options persisting after a match has ended. Even female superstars being unable to participate in a Money in the Bank match if they were cruiserweights, which I'm sure that affected a lot of gamers, so I'm glad that was resolved. For MyFaction, it was just one update. It's icons for various mods and stipulations not appearing. That is no longer an issue. Man, we gotta give a special shout out to What's the Status. He was putting out additional content that was added to this patch, which I wouldn't have known unless I read what he posted on Twitter. So go ahead and follow him if you want to stay up to date if you haven't already. The Deadman pack is now available, which we went straight to MyFaction to rip it open and check it out for ourselves. What I like about the Deadman pack is that it's just an extra card for the collection, but what sucks is that he's in the 70 overall range, but when you play with him outside of MyFaction, he's in the 90s. I wish this Deadman Elite Series Undertaker was a little better than he actually is for MyFaction. Custom championships now load all parts, so if you downloaded a title from the internet or even one of the LWF titles that I recently uploaded, now the images will display correctly. For whatever reason, that was a problem that needed to be addressed, and it now has finally been fixed, as well as front plate options now being available in custom championship edits. Did get a little persona boost in MyFaction. We got the NWO version of John Cena from 2020. We also saw Kurt Angle with hair. This is the 2000 edition of him. And then we got Jimmy Uso, the toy version of him. Once again, these are screenshots that I did get from What's the Status. And now Cody Rhodes has 2 championship celebrations. So all in all, even though this wasn't as heavy of a patch as 1.07, this is definitely one of those patches that was crucial because it fixed some nagging issues that needed to be addressed ASAP. You know, now that we're entering the last part of April, I don't know if we're going to get many more patches till that next DLC drop. So I'm glad that we didn't have to wait that long for them to address these fixes. I hope this means that they're already working on patch 1.09 to fix even more, because online has been so good this year and we're getting close to nailing it, perfecting the experience with multiplayer matches. I mean, I am able to use my created arena and custom matches at the same time, which is a major win. So with that being said, what have you been playing the most in WWE 2k25? Have you been enjoying yourself? I'll see you real soon with some more content. Till then.
LexxExpress is calling, shaping every view. Subscribe and join the legend, let's see what you'll do.
Every comment's welcome, every like's a cheer. Your opinions light the way, there's nothing you should fear.
Share your thoughts and insights, let your voices grow. With Lexx by your side, the universe will glow. Hit that button, oh so bright, in this digital night. LexxExpress is here to guide us with an epic light. Comment, share, and like.